Those of you that have been hoping for warmer temperatures, it's finally coming. Well, today warmer than yesterday, tomorrow warmer than today. We mentioned Mike Barrett from Barrett Insurance Agency with good policies this week. Mike, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well.
You know, when we have a hot stretch late in the season, it's called an Indian summer, right? What do they call it when you have fall in the middle of summer? Depressing. That's what they call it.
But if you compare it to last year at that time, or this time when nobody could go out and do anything, nobody could be anywhere, these are glorious days.
Oh, yeah.
Like we just mentioned about North Haverhill Fair.
Yeah.
In 77 years, they never had more people come out to the fair than they did last week.
Because people are ready to be out.
That's right.
Which is awesome. So,
okay, last week we talked scheduling, which I knew nothing about, and I retained a little of it. And most people, when they talk about scheduling, it's with their homeowner's insurance. I remember that part, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Proud of you.
You did mention something, too, for people like me that rent. I've never owned a home, and at the rate I'm going, I will never own a home. So there are folks out there that rent, and they have renter's insurance, and you said that scheduling can be used with renter's insurance.
Yeah, there's actually endorsements to allow you to specifically schedule certain types of personal property that in the past I'll recant it this morning for those who don't know. But for certain types of personal property, and I'll use this as my example, Jeff. I know this is not a visual media, but I have a wedding band.
Yes, a gorgeous wedding band at that. Is that titanium?
Titanium with a little diamond chip in it. Now, when I got engaged to my wife, I said, haha, I got you a diamond. Now you better get me one. I was just kidding. I knew I wanted a titanium band. Well, the first titanium band we saw was this one with a diamond chip. Now, this isn't any great diamond or anything, but if this diamond goes away, and I don't have this specifically listed on my policy, let's say anything from reaching into a freezer at White's to walking through the corn maze in Danville, I will leave and I look and my diamond's gone. That's mysterious disappearance, and most policies are not going to have that coverage because that's a specific exclusion that you're going to find with many policies. So if I specifically list this, now mind you, I have a $500 deductible in my homeowner policy. On my policy, this piece is going to cost me $7 or $8 a year to specifically list. If that diamond falls out, it's covered, no deductible.
Well, it's
better coverage.
I have a collection, by the way, of titanium rings, and I know they ain't cheap.
No. It's been a long time, so I don't remember how much this was. But
you don't have to. You just remember what it signifies.
Yeah, exactly. But, a lot of people who rent think, well, I can't do these types of special things that maybe somebody with a regular homeowner policy can. Do you know that a renter's policy is a regular homeowner policy? It's a homeowner policy. There's no difference. The only difference I shouldn't say there's no difference. There is a difference where homeowner policy covers A, B, C, and D. A being dwelling, B being other structures, C being personal property, D being loss of use. With a renter's insurance policy, you're just not getting A and B. You're still getting C, D, L, and M.
That's what I was going to ask you there, okay? So it won't cover the loss of the structure, but with the proper coverage, will cover your belongings.
Exactly. And, there are some companies out there who offer special computer coverage, which is awesome. Special computer coverage. Let's say you have your computer and you knock over your cup of joe and it destroys your computer. Do you know on a regular renter's or homeowner's insurance policy, there's no peril that says, oops, I spilled coffee in my computer. So you would not have coverage for that.
Your timing, impeccable.
Oh, thank you.
I am proof of your advertisements.
No.
I truly am, because Friday night, Loki and I were sitting on the couch watching movies on my computer because I don't have TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're watching movies. Computer went off. That was it. So I went to restart it.
What happened?
Startup recovery required.
Oh, no.
It let that run all night long, went to bed, got up in the morning and hadn't done a dang thing.
Yep.
So we dove into it. Guess who lost their computer Friday night?
You did. Oh.
Everything.
How? Was it just a computer?
I have no idea.
Okay.
To be perfectly honest, the only thing I can figure out is one of the SATA cables inside was a 90 degree, and it looked like it had where it slides onto the hard drive. The top of it broke off. I mean, I have an old computer,
right,
but it had thousands of hours, thousands of dollars worth of work and software on it,
right.
And I have no coverage.
See, and that's the hard thing is that on that there you wouldn't, because that's a software thing, and we're talking specific types of loss.
So, like,
where
if
you drop it, you lose it, it falls in the snowbank, it falls in a body of water, it gets kicked, it's in your backpack, and somebody tackles you. The weird things that are specific sudden and accidental loss is not necessarily a software issue or a hardware issue for that matter.
Okay.
But you can do that in a renter's policy. And a lot of people forget that. There's a lot of components there. But one of the things I like about a renter's policy, and the reason I thought this might be a good conversation, if I write you a homeowner policy and you move from one home to another, this is not portable. You can't take that homeowner policy and go to the new home because it's a different home. We would cancel the policy you have for the home that you're in and write you a new one for the new home that you are moving to on a homeowner policy. On a renter's policy, that's portable. All you got to do is report the new address. And that's kind of a kicker because a lot of people, when they rent, maybe they move and they forget to change their address on their renter's policy. After 30 days, you're starting now to have limited coverage on that renter's policy because that renter's policy is covering stuff at this property. You're now over at that property. But you can specifically just go, hey, I moved from here to here, change it, and we can do that.
Okay, well, that's quick enough and easy to do because most often your belongings are going to be the same. I mean, most people bring the same furniture. They bring the same valuables. They've got their portable safe.
Yep.
They've got all of that stuff. So renter's insurance, then now we understand, is almost exactly the same as a homeowner's policy.
It really
with the exception of the billing and outline, building itself and outlying structures.
Right, but companies are, otherwise, there's going to be a lot of mirrored opportunities for coverage between what you would consider a regular homeowner policy and a renter's policy. It's all about having the dialogue. It's all about understanding your needs and having that conversation and making sure that you're not missing anything. Because just because you assume you can't doesn't mean you can't.
That's right. Well, it's like you say. You just want people to become educated on their insurance. And, of course, you would like them to talk with you, but talking to their agent.
Oh, that's
very
what it's
important.
all about. That's what it's all about. You know, being informed and being prepared. That's
all right.
Be a Boy Scout when it comes to your insurance, all right?
Be prepared.
Yeah.
All right. Tell people how to get in touch with you, Mike.
You can give us a call, 748-5224. We're located on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury, online, thebarrettagency.com, Google, Facebook, and YouTube. Just look for Barrett Insurance Agency.
Oh, quick update on the remodeling of your new building, the old Dr. Hoppy building.
Yeah, so some walls have been knocked out. Some new partition walls have been framed in, still roughed in. We're waiting for plumbing and electrical, which is coming. And we're still hoping for a mid to late August arrival time for the office to be there.
All right, Mike. Thanks for keeping us up to date. Thanks for sharing good policies with us. And, folks, we go back to music.